Good morning. It's March the 3rd, 2017. Time to wrap up this week and of trading. Ready for the weekend. We've got almost 70-degree weather promised for this weekend, but with winds. It's still too warm for this time of year, but we'll take it. Start with our usual disclaimer. Hypothetical simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Getting pretty good at that. Thanks, man. Okay, today's biggest news event, if I can find my mouth, there you go, is Yellen. And she's on at noon Central, 1 o'clock Eastern. We've had 5 Fed governors this week all come up and say the time is right to raise interest rates. On Tuesday, we had a 35% probability of an interest rate increase in March. It is now 90% as of yesterday's close. So the market is playing for an interest rate increase, and treasuries have been sold. The selling has picked up again. We have news today, PMI services, 53.9. That's not the market mover, but it might give you a hint. ISM services at 56.5. In Baker Hughes rig count, don't know, but last week it was 1095, and probably higher this week. The news focus is ISM services will be number 1. The big one for today is Yellen. She does come second. So there we find ourselves right now with the market pointed lower. My guess is we will trade lower and then get some short covering just before Yellen picks up the mic. Bird in hand, rumor fact. Yellen speaks on Friday. Let's sell it. Yellen picks up the mic. Let's take profits. Get some profits off of the selling, and we'll see what Yellen says. So that's why I think it'll be played. Okay, resistance starts at 14 to 18, so we're going to sell 13s to 17s, sell 1. 19s to 23s, sell 2. Buy side, I think we're headed a little lower, so we'll try for 5s to 9. And then 29s to 01. Okay, the knob spread came in further. They've been selling it. It's probably the best long-term indicator that we do have. If you're using it for direction, put it on a 15-minute basis. If you're using it for market turns, run it on a 3-minute basis. But it's a very good indicator. Okay, similar situation in the 30-year. Stops below 20. So we've got support 20 to 24 is number 1. 9 to 13, buy 1. And then 29 to 01, buy 2. On the sell side, 49.04 is number 1. 7 to 11, sell 1. 15 to 19, sell 2. Okay, probably the contract least affected by news today will be crude oil. which is why Rich Genders loves it. Only one news event per week, plus surprise news announcements, news spikes on major news from producers trying to manipulate the market. Okay, gold is lower, as you would expect, with treasuries being lower. Gold is being sold. Fed's going to raise interest rates. Why would they sell gold? Because they're raising interest rates. You can't eat gold. You can get paid on your money if you're in debt issues. So stops below 25 is where we are right now. First buy is 24.26. Then 21 to 19 for buy 2. Picking up this low volume area right here. Leaning against this high volume number right there. It's the attractor. We do trade structure. 31. So first sell's very aggressive. 29 to 31. 34, 36 for sell 2. Okay, the market is headed lower. We have to be aggressive on the sell side. And we can take our time on the buy. Looking at the euro, if the United States does, if Janet Yellen is hawkish in the tone of her speech, I think the 17th or 18th is when the FOMC announcement is, euro should sell. Had some short covering right here, so somebody always knows. Maybe they know something that we don't. And so we started up. So 105.75, sell 1. 106, sell 2. On the buy side, last rotate down was 40. So 105.40 to 50 by 1. 105.20 to 30 by 2. Okay, we have some interior work being done today. Don't think the noise will be like it was the last time, but there will be a little extra noise today. Probably starting about 9 a.m. Wish I had those hours, don't you? Okay, look at crude just sitting here. I mean, we're dealing with Bs, and the Bs started up here. Double distribution down, B, and we've got a B shape right now. So the market's trying to trade lower, but it's not moving with a great deal of, not with a lot of velocity. Sell 1, 75 to 53, 53 and a quarter, 53.50, sell 2. The buy side will make 52, 52 and a quarter, buy 1, 51.50, 51.75, buy 2. Okay, I was talking to Pat yesterday. Last summer, the average daily range, Globex, including Globex, was 170 ticks. Now the average daily range for the last 20 days in crude oil is 104 ticks. So the numbers have really come in, and we know that 50 to 75 ticks during the day session is about what we can expect right now. So we're not seeing 2, 3, 4 big trades a day. There usually is one trade that's got the potential to produce 30 to 40 ticks for us, but there's not 2 to 3 like we've had. So keep that in mind. Gold, on the other hand, is producing multiple trades of 25. I think yesterday we had 163 tick trade. So we've got the volatility in gold that we don't have in crude oil. Markets change. They move and then they kind of pause and go into consolidation. And crude has certainly lost a lot of volatility over the last month and a half or so. Okay, the E-mini. The E-mini is still selling. Had this breakout from 70, so We've been talking about best support has been in the 75 to 80 area based on what's happened over the last couple of days. We have the support as low as 23.35 and nothing changes, so 23.75 is the number, then 23.50 and then 23.35. On the resistance side, it's 23.95 to 2400. Markets, what we have right here is we don't have any rejection. We don't have a tail up here above 2400. So, and usually when you put a top in, the market hits it, comes back usually over the course of about 30 days, and this shows you that 30 days before it gets back up there. It shows you that some people are willing to sell it. Comes back up, retests the high. In this case, it'd be 2400. If it holds the second time, then the selling increases, and you can bet that the Fed will not support the market like they did for the previous administration. They'll let it sell, or that's my expectation. Everybody in Washington D.C. is trying right now to do as much damage as they can to the new administration. Even Obama is coming back to undermine, he and Valerie Jarrett, to undermine the current administration and hurt and damage it in any way possible. So the silent coup rolls on, and we'll see who wins. The news today: PMI services 53.9, ISM services 56.5, Baker Hughes, don't know, previously 1095, could be higher today, should be higher. And then Yellen is the big piece of news today. Number one that'll hit us will be ISM services. That'll be one. Number two, that's 12 Central, 1300 Eastern time. And she does move the markets. Right now resistance is at 80, so 79 to 81, sell 1. 84, 86, sell 2. On the buy side, 73, 75, buy 1. 69, 71, buy 2. Fitzroy, all I have to do to make it a knob spread is go in there and make it 3 treasuries, 3 10-year notes to 2 30 years. Just put the ratio in there. I make it 1-to-1 to exaggerate the movement so I can see it. But if you want a true knob spread, just go put the ratio in there the correct way. And you got it. And the true knob spread would be reversed. I don't like looking at negative numbers. If the market's going up, I want to see a line going up. So you subtract the 30-year from the 10-year on the knob spread. We subtract the 10-year from the 30-year on our spread indicator. Those are the differences. Do that and you've got it. Okay, it's going to take a bit to get everything up and posted. Going to get busy on that. I will be back with you as soon as possible.